Oh.
Hello, hello, hello.
I'm
Welcome to
still
the
here.
Consistently Rolling Show. I am consistent.
Hey,
Hello, hello.
can you hear me?
Yeah, I am consistent. And this is in Lil.
You
He
know.
is having a little bit of trouble, but we're going to get it together. I know we've been out for a week.
Yeah, I'm rolling.
Oh, yeah, we are back at it again. Hey, and Lil, what did you want to talk about this week?
Oh man. Well, I had a discussion the other day about different things. Dreams. What are they? And what's it? Dreams, deja vus. There's a few other things I was talking about. I want to touch bases on there. Um, and especially on dreams. It was a very crazy conversation, and I like to bring it to the forefront there.
Okay. Anything else we want to talk about? I do know that the title says
Um.
something about reptilians or who are they or
Oh
we.
yeah. How about
So we
that?
can discuss that a little bit today.
Uh-huh.
So we're going to touch a little bit basis of this case. The world is crazy. So I guess we'll start with that. There is a case where there is a man who killed, I think, his children's mother, his daughter, and attempted to kill his son and set the house on fire. And he has represented his own self in court. The update on that is his son, who was still alive, or was able to escape the situation, had to go in court with his father. It was via Skype, but still, I'm just going to give you guys a little clip of how that is.
His murderous dad.
Yeah, so we'll just give you a clip of how that is.
We're starting first here at 6 with this boy's act of bravery after surviving the unthinkable.
I just saw my dad holding a shotgun and mom screaming at him.
That little boy testifying at his father's murder trial. He's the son of Ronnie O'Neill, his father on trial for the murder of the boy's mother and sister, and also for trying to kill Ronnie, allegedly. Now, because he's representing himself, this creates the unusual scenario of the father cross-examining, questioning his own son. The man is accused of trying to kill him, and now he is basically questioning his son's testimony. Fox 13's Aaron Mesmer is live at the courthouse in Hillsborough County. Aaron, even separated by video screen because the boy is in a remote location.
I feel like this is super duper crazy. We lost in Lil. We'll get him back. So for those who do not know, there is a gentleman. I can't remember his name. I won't go into too many details too much, but he attempted to, like I said, he killed his son's mother, or his children's mother, the daughter, and attempted to kill the son while setting the house on fire. After he got locked up for this, he decided that he was going to represent himself. His opening statement was he was going to let the jury understand and know how he was conspired against the police and how the evidence is stacked against him and he is innocent. Now, for me, I feel like he might get away with being crazy, but he definitely did have some screws missing, so he needs to go through something, some type of mental institution, some type of therapy, or whatever the case may be, but he is in need of something. And Lil, you want to add to that?
Yeah. I'm sitting here listening to you. You can hear me pretty good, right?
Yeah.
I often wonder what would make. I mean, you can almost understand serial killers, serial rapists, etc. But what will drive a parent, man and or woman, to the point of killing your child? Okay, man, I can even see, I can kind of understand spousal abuse and murder and stuff like that. I mean, there's anger issues in that. But your own child, when you hear a child cry in horror, I don't care who you are, you're going to put your life in front of that child to save that child's life. You know what I mean?
You would think so.
That's just like, yeah,
so.
you know what I mean?
Think so. Now, I've had, I'm not going to say personally I've had situations, but I have been close to a victim where the father attempted to kill her. One of her children died, and he killed himself. Now, before he was, went through all this, his last words was, we all just going to be together, and it ain't just going to be till death do us part. With this situation, I don't kind of understand, because you didn't try to kill yourself. You just killed them.
Damn. Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, I get
that's what I don't understand. Like, what drove him to that point?
I don't know. That's the question that I'm pretty sure he does not even want to answer. But, like I said, I understand the lover scorn situation just like you. But as far as me killing my kids, no, I don't think I would do that.
Yeah. It's just something that you just can't imagine. It's one of those type of situations where you can't imagine yourself in, like having sex with your own child or your brother or your sister. You can't see yourself doing that. What will make the next human do that? Like, what is wrong, or what is that drive that they have that we don't have, that we're unaware of? I just always wondered that. It takes a certain type of person.
Of detachment. Like, okay, I don't want to put it in this perspective, but I will say it like this, and no disrespect to anyone, but it's like a man coming in this world and feeling like a woman. You get what I'm saying? Maybe there's like some type of detachment.
Yeah.
Because if we go on a theory of how conspiracy theorists think, you know what I'm saying? Well, with the conspiracy theorists, they say, before we got to Earth, we made a decision or an agreement that we all were going to be in this type of setting as this person, that person, this person, that person. Well, if you have no attachment to them, on a emotional sense, then you just are who you are. That's just like the lady that I was explaining to you that was here in Michigan, who killed her kids and put them in the deep freezer. While I understand, you're not going to hurt my other children, they're still my children. So I don't know.
Right. Exactly. I mean, that's one. I'm like, it's just one of those situations that it's crazy. I feel sorry for the son. Not only he survived that horrible situation,
but then I don't know all the details. I kind of lost you. Yeah, I lost you for a second. But then again, I don't really know all the details. Like, what if they aren't his children? You know what I'm saying? So that's some stuff that we do.
Right. But if he was on some drugs or something's going on, early in his life, and it's just, it's so many factors that are playing there.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I don't think he's a person. Look, the man is representing himself. You know what I'm saying? So,
so he can't be that damn crazy.
He got to be crazy to represent himself. Like, come on. But maybe he need to be in a mental institution. I don't know. Like,
right. Wow.
But I do realize that there is a lot of breaking going on with a lot of people emotionally, spiritually. People are trying to heal past, which is disturbing to some who don't really understand what's going on with them. So it's just a lot. It's been a lot since this new year has came along for a lot of people. And I will say, even in my journey, it's a lot. It is. It's an emotional roller coaster. Oh, we lost you again. Well, we are supposed to be talking about more things. And Lil, you there yet? 1 second, you guys. Let me get him up. We back?
So killers, boy.
Okay. But yeah, so it can be a plethora of things. What else do you want to indulge in?
Hey, let's talk about these lizards.
Oh, you want to talk about them already?
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
man.
Okay. All right. So let's talk about dreams. Let's talk about dreams. Let me tell you the conversation I had with a gentleman yesterday and today when it comes because he asked me a question about dream, deja vu, and reality. And I hope I don't lose my signal when I'm doing it. I hate this when this happens. But anyway,
Mhm.
so he asked me what are dreams about? Is it something that is a dream a part of his conscious? Like he go through something during the daytime and then later on at night he dream about it. Or last week or last month he went through something traumatic and he dreamt about it today. And I thought about it for a while. I'm like, well, yeah, this is what mainstream science is saying. You know, it's a collection of things that go on throughout your life. It goes to the subconscious of the mind, meaning like there's a certain part of the hemisphere of your brain where it stores junk information. Like I'm riding down the road and I see a blue sign. Then I don't pay attention to it. I saw it. And later on in my dream, I will have a dream. Maybe I'll ride my bike and I ran. Something like that, you know. And it kind of puts it all together as one movie and bam. Especially if there is emotion attached to something that happened to you during the day. Are you still with me?
I'm here. I'm listening.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. So I told him. I said, I know dreams are like oh, somebody's calling my phone. Did I lose you?
Nope. Still here.
Oh, okay. So dreams are based off I thought it was attached emotions. So if you go through something trauma during the daytime and it emotionally bother you or traumatize you, most likely you have a dream or nightmare about it for weeks, if days or weeks, you know. So I said, but here's another thing what would change my mind about that. I had a dream where I was in a room with full of people because I called you and specifically told you about this. And I was in a room full of people. These people in this room that I was with, I did not know them, but I knew them. I loved them. I liked them. I was comfortable being where I was. I can remember the distinct colors of the walls, the pillows on the chairs, and everything else. And there was a girl that came up to me. She was hugging me. And I felt like I was deeply, deeply in love with this girl. I mean, deeply in love with her. And I was happy to be with her. And she gave me a kiss, and I looked in her eyes, and I said to her, where have you been all my life? And she says, silly, what are you talking about? I've been right here the whole time. And bam, I woke up instantly. I woke up. Here's the weird part about the dream. When I was awakened when I woke up after that little speech that she said, I still kind of felt her on me, like her scent. You know, when you hug somebody, you pick not their perfume or the laundry detergent scent, but their scent, their body scent. I smelled that or felt that, smelled that for hours on my body. So it brought me to another conclusion that maybe when it comes to the multiverse or interdimensions, so according to mainstream science and astrophysicists, you and I are in multiple universes right now. But in the next universe next to us, I might be wearing a blue shirt today. I mean now, and the next universe I might be wearing a white shirt. The next universe I might be wearing a black shirt, and so forth for infinity. In these multiverses. And I know when we sleep, we have a way of astral projecting ourselves to different places without knowing that we call them dreams. We go to places.
Let me ask you this question. Could it be places that you go in the past, stuff that you see in the future? Okay, because I will say that for months when I first started driving, I would have dreams about having a car accident, and I was having this car accident dream for several months. I was having this car accident dream for several months. And then all of a sudden it stopped. The car accident dream just stopped. And then it wasn't until maybe 4 or 5 months later that I actually got into a car accident.
Right. Almost as you were predicting it, or you went ahead of time to find yourself there doing that. And then it was like almost like a warning for some sort, you know? Yeah, it could be. It could be some where you can actually project yourself to the past, present, future, a different lifetime. Because again, when
You
it comes
think
to
that we can dream of a different place that we are? Because I think I recall telling you about the dream of I know I was not on this planet.
right, yes, that is it. Yes, that's actual projection. You can go to another planet, another universe. This is where the multiverse or the multi-dimensional places are. The other planet you went to could have been in another dimension because it's like literally right next to us. Like
Okay.
it's so that line is so
But
thin, it's
then you have
ridiculous.
to go on a thing of people who like quote unquote, like I think I explained to you for some years. I didn't dream at all. Like I didn't see
Right,
anything at
right.
all. So
hmm Yeah. So then you didn't go nowhere. You didn't do anything. You rested. You neutral.
you think
You
so?
didn't cross that timeline.
I don't know. Some people say that my body personally could just be dead and my soul just didn't allow me to see where it went.
That
And what
too.
argue that.
Right. But aren't you are your soul?
That's true, but that would be something that maybe you need to meditate before you go to sleep to actually see where your soul goes, or
But yeah. Yeah, but I mean, because you see where your soul goes, you need to see where you go. You are your soul.
I mean, you know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because so basically, you stop yourself to see where or
Hey, you're gone.
action to it.
But, yeah. Okay.
Basically, kind of what you're saying there. Because I mean, it's like
Repeat
closing
that
your
one more
mouth.
time because you cut off a little bit.
Oh, I see. So basically, it's like when you having when you sleep and you're ready to actually project yourself to wherever you go, you have a choice of erasing your own memory so that your body, while it's in resting state, won't react to where you went at or your mind because you are your soul.
Say this though, personally, there's what I would call signal interruptions. So if I have my phone at the head of my bed and my TV is on and whatever computer, it's like I'm just asleep. I don't have anything. But if everything is cut off and the phone is somewhere else, I can literally not remember all of my dreams, but remember that I had a dream. I did do when I started off with crystals, because I'm still learning that part. I used to have them at the head of my bed, and they would all give me a headache. So I think it has everything to do with signals and stuff that we have as well.
Yeah, frequencies and vibration. Yeah, it does because if the RF signal on the phones, we all know about that for 1 to 5Gs and all this kind of stuff like that. So yeah, it definitely has to do with the frequency. But it was very interesting how we can go places in our sleep, and some of us remember, some of us don't remember, some of us just completely darkness, and we don't think we went anywhere, but we actually did. It all plays.
I mean, some of the dreams are very vivid. Like you said, you just still smelt it on you. Like,
yes.
I can recall a dream that scared the crap out of me when I was little. Can't remember exactly what it was, but I can remember that it scared me to the point that I had to talk to my mother about it. So, I mean, it was so real, but my little mind wasn't able to comprehend it. So,
exactly. Yeah, I just thought that conversation was very interesting. I told him about the dream and what my take on it. I think all of it has to do with again the multiverse and us astral plane to wherever, whenever, and we just have to learn how to control that. That movie was it Deception with Leonardo, when you control your dreams. Is it Deception? I think was it called. I think it was for the call. There's a movie that he made, how you could control your dream, elusive dreaming, and stuff. I try elusive dreaming. It's very hard. But one thing I did notice about elusive dreaming, that it's easier for a child to elusive dream than for an adult to elusive dream. Because I remember as a child, I remember flying in my dreams. And then when I was conscious of myself flying, I couldn't fly no more. But then when I tried to forget that I could fly, I started flying. This when I was a kid, 9, 10, 11, 12 years old. I remember flying because I always used to be excited to go to sleep because I wanted to fly, you know. But yeah, had the fear of falling, and that's when I started flying. I'll go to fall, and I wake up because I was falling, you know. So, but now as an
I can't
adult,
necessarily say that that's just a kid thing, because I had a conversation with someone. I don't know if they want me to put their whole stuff out there, but I had a conversation with someone who said that they dream of climbing this mountain, right? And they finally get to the top of the mountain, and they go, but they wake up because they think that they're falling.
right, because of height.
But
That's awesome.
they could be flying, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
then they pick themselves up because they think that they're falling. So
Right.
I guess it's all up into what we perceive. I guess our fears is also in our dreams as well.
Yes.
So.
Yes. Again, I think it's a security system to stop us from going too far out of our bodies because we may not come back. And the living may
consider such a bad thing, though.
No, it wouldn't. It would be actually a beautiful thing. But here on the slave planet, that's a horrible thing. Oh, her just died in his sleep, you know. You flew off to another damn planet.
Man, let's not. Like, so, is there anything else you want to get into before we dive in?
No, let's dive in. Let's talk about these listens.
So let's start off this way. Okay. So reptilians, I'm pretty sure people have heard about it, talked about it, conspiracies, whatever the case may be. So let's start off in the way that I got a little understanding, right? So in the Bible, they talk about what are they? Nephilims?
The Nephilim, yeah.
The devil, what we would call the devil and his angels, came to earth, had sex with women, which I was taught angel don't have organs, but had sex with women. These women gave birth to great big giants, which we would call the Nephilims, and they were very evil. And Noah and the flood, God got rid of it, and this is where the reptilians come from. So that's
what it said in the Bible?
No. I'm just saying this is how it was explained to me of how the reptilians came about. They are Nephilims.
Who explained that to you?
Haha. There's a lot of different stories out here.
Yeah, but who explained that to you?
Someone of old, an elderly.
Yeah, okay.
They did.
I heard you say that. I just want to know who explained it. But yeah, so what's your take on that story?
I don't really believe that part. I'm trying to kind of get an understanding of how they got here. I do have a video that is about 7 minutes long. If you want to listen to that really quickly.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into that. Let me know if you can hear it.
Hi, I'm Dan. And lately, I'm wondering, is there a secret race of reptile people controlling our governments and enslaving humanity? We'll see. Since I was a child, I've been naturally inquisitive, questioning anything and everything that didn't quite make sense. As I grew, I poured countless hours into a number of conspiracy theories. Some of these theories I believe, and some of these theories I don't. But some of them I do. Here, I'll be studying the evidence for and against all of history's mysteries, doing the work so you don't have to. But you really should do it on your own, like check sources and all that. Okay. On today's episode, Reptilian Conspiracy. If you've been paying attention, you might have heard more and more references to a clandestine reptilian humanoid race. Sound familiar? It's shown up in pop culture with increasing regularity. You've heard it on podcasts, in politics. The theory has even infiltrated the hit romance reality show, Love Island. Just what are all these people talking about? Let's get into it. Okay, so as with nearly any conspiracy theory, there are usually variations in belief. But for the most part, the theory posits that there is a race of reptilians, or lizard people, if you will, and you should, that work in secret to dominate and rule over humans like you and me. Now, while the suggested origin of these lizard people varies from theorist to theorist, some say that they're from Earth, some say that they're from space, some say that they started on Earth, went to space, came back. The one thing that most folks agree on is that these motherfuckers are evil. So how do these lizard folk go from ruling in secret to getting brought up in Love Island casual contestant conversation? Well, the Reptoids can thank former soccer player, sports reporter, and hot take haver David Icke for absolutely and utterly blowing up their spot. It's also worth noting now that David Icke's ideas are kind of problematic and borderline prejudiced, but we'll get to that later. In 1998, David Icke released a book called The Biggest Secret, where two people he interviewed claimed that the British royal family were not in fact humans, but lizard people. Icke also claims that George W. Bush, Henry Kissinger, Bill, and Hillary Clinton, and Bob Hope are lizard people as well. Icke says that the Reptoids are responsible for the JFK assassination, Princess Diana's death, and even 9/11. According to Icke, the Anunnaki, an ancient species of prehistoric alien demigods, came from the Orion, Sirius, and Draco constellations, created humans, and then created a reptilian-human hybrid. Making sense, right? Additionally, Icke suggests that lizard people drink human blood, which allows them to shapeshift into human form, allowing them to, I guess, then become a vaudeville legend and have an airport named after them. Icke has written that presidents and prime ministers have either been lizard people themselves or have been possessed or controlled by lizard people, and that they have had control over powerful offices since ancient times, like when Shrek 1 came out. Pretty heavy stuff, right? So what is there that even supports these wild-ass claims? Well, a little bit. Kind of. Maybe. Now, while I'm not all in on the reptilian theory just yet, I will say that it's not untrue that some very powerful people objectively look like lizards. And if you watch enough footage of politicians and high-level CEOs, you will find at least a few frames of them doing odd things. Now, maybe that's because to achieve a high level of success, you kind of just have to throw out being an altogether normal person. Or maybe they're lizard people. What's most interesting is that, and this is a fact, that a lot of US presidents and very powerful people are related. Very distantly, but related. For example, President Barack Obama is a distant cousin of the Bushes, Gerald Ford, Lyndon B. Johnson, Harry Truman, and James Madison, as well as Winston Churchill. President Franklin Delano Roosevelt was related, again very distantly, to 11 other U.S. presidents, including Madison, both Adams, Van Buren, Harrison, Taylor, Grant, the other Harrison, Taft, and of course, the other Roosevelt. I mean, his own wife, Eleanor, was his fifth cousin. Hell, according to genealogy experts at Genie.com, you go back far enough, Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump are related. 19th cousins. So is that evidence of ancient reptilian bloodlines secretly infiltrating and controlling our government? Or is it just kind of, how ancestry works? I don't know. Either way, you're going to want to know how to spot a reptoid. And that brings us to board time. Yeah. So let's start with the easy okay? IV dead giveaways that you're talking to a lizard. We got the forked tongue, blue or green scales instead of skin. They lay eggs. But those are easy. According to one source at Alien Hub, there are more subtle signs that someone is a lizard person or have been possessed by one. Reddish hair. I didn't say it, they did. Keen eyesight or hearing. If I had keen eyesight, I would be wearing glasses to throw people off. Low blood pressure. Everything's chill, dude. ESP. UFO connection. A love of space or science. Space. A predominance of green or hazel eyes that can change color. A sense of not belonging to the human race. Oh, I don't belong to the human race. A deep compassion for the fate of mankind. Unexplained scars on the body. An affinity for those chalky Valentine's Day hearts. That's not actually on the list, but who likes those? But even without that, many powerful people exhibit many of these signs, but does that make them lizard people? Okay, so here's a conspiracy theory pro tip, and this goes for nearly any conspiracy theory. If you present evidence in the right order and don't present evidence against, you can make a compelling case. So now let's talk about the problem. Back to David Icke, the leading reptilian conspiracy theorist. He was a famous soccer player in the UK who had to retire after developing arthritis at age 21. He became political and joined the Green Party as a spokesman in the 1980s. He resigned from the Green Party in the early 1990s, which later banned him, and he toured the country telling people he was the son of the Godhead, and was generally laughed out of good favor in the UK. His theories have often been labeled as anti-Semitic. While some of the people on the list aren't Jewish, Icke has stated that the Rothschilds, a prominent and influential Jewish family, are actually blood-sucking reptilians. It claims that he's not criticizing real Jews, just many lizard people posing as Jews. These are his words, not mine. He's also been labeled a Holocaust denier, positing both that Jews may have funded the Holocaust or that it didn't happen at all. In addition to that mess, there also might be a scientific reason why we might just not like snakes to begin with, making us very susceptible to a fear of a reptile-human hybrid. In 2013, scientists discovered that we have certain neurons in our brains that only respond to snakes. According to their research published in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences, these neurons were very important to our early ancestors who had to be wary of snakes when they were a major threat to survival. In a small study in 2014, EEG meters were used to track subjects' brain activity when shown photos of snakes. The study showed what we already know. People, for the most part, don't like snakes. Could this be evidence of a possible counter theory that we're predisposed to be scared of reptiles and therefore more likely to be paranoid about lizard people? I think so. So are we under the rule of a bloodline of reptilian aliens intent on sucking our human blood and shape-shifting their way into our hearts and minds? Or is this just, and excuse my language, a bunch of horse apples? We may never know for sure, but watching what our politicians do with our tax dollars isn't the worst idea. And maybe when you're watching that, you can keep an eye out for lizard tongues. Or anything else on this list.
Matt, you have a lot of those traits.
So we want to thank, who is that? Let me make sure I give the reference to the people who did that. Their names are BuzzFeed Unsolved Network on the YouTube. What do you think about that?
Okay, so I hate when people get on here with knowledge and then downplay it and joke it. Because he came off with a crock. I mean, like a boatload of crock. Then he sprinkled a little bit of known conspiracy facts.
Mm-hmm.
And then sprinkle some more crock on top of it, and then sprinkle some more known facts. So it's like watering down the Kool-Aid. You know you got great Kool-Aid, but you're not ready to it's cherry because they put so much damn water in it. But you know it's Kool-Aid. You know, some of the things he said make absolutely no sense and was absolutely wrong. And then some of the things he said, like, okay, where did you hear it from? Because you're regurgitating what you hear to make your crock sound good, because he even said if you put the evidence in the correct order, you can make a compelling case. On top of the lame ass jokes and the funny elementary school music in the background.
Now let's be 100.
I am 100.
No. Just listen. Just hear me out. We already know that. Does this man specifically believe this? Yes, absolutely he does, or otherwise he wouldn't have put it on his channel. Now, does he have to put it in a way where he can still talk about things that he wants to talk about? You gotta decipher through the mess in order to understand. You know that.
So he did not say he believed in it. Maybe, kinda, sorta. He don't believe in that.
Okay.
That's exactly what he said. So how would you think that he believes in it?
I don't think he would put anything up that he didn't have any interest in.
But they do it every day.
Yeah, well,
this is a great deception. This is what they do. This is what they do. The powers on that side, they do that to break down the conspiracy theories to make them like a bunch of tinfoil wearing idiots. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do. These are the people that you got to watch out for. That does that. They get on the YouTubes or TikToks or whatever platform they get on, and they come up with, again, a crock to get your attention and make a little joke like this. Hey, check this out about the lizard people. Like, what's so funny? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's so funny about that? There's nothing funny about that. So why are you making a light of it? And this is a serious situation. So again, they come with multiple stories. He had one just about right. And okay, if you go into the story of Anunnakis and all them, their enemy is the Draconians, the lizard people, the reptilians, because they both represent throughout the history of human beings. They're both in every single part of the religion. Well, reptilians are. They want to keep the Anunnakis kind of a hush hush.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and they call it reptilians or different stuff like that. If you look at the Egyptians hieroglyphs, what color were the people in there that they specifically drew when you see these individual deities? Green, black, or blue. Green, black, blue, or like a brown. They were the colors back then. What did the green represent? What did the blue represent? You mean these people are actually blue? They wouldn't just draw you blue if you weren't. But yet, it's we're tinfoil wearing conspiracy theories. Reptilians aren't real. These movie stars aren't living for 1,000 years. You know what I'm saying? Look like they're 10 years old and whatnot. And we know they're well over there.
About 500, 600 years old.
Yeah, and look at the Queen. She's still here. How many presidents the United States had come and go and died, and the Queen is still here? I'm just saying, help me make that make sense. We got Joe Biden our president right now at the age of 70.
That have lived. There are people who have lived 100 years. So, I mean,
there's a people. If you Google it, there's a lady in Jersey. She's like what 115, 110. So like a couple years ago, I saw her on the news celebrating her 110th birthday. And she could talk and walk and do everything she was doing. I get that. But at the same time, it's like we got our President Joe Biden at the age of what, 72, 73, and he can barely carry a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
It just boggles my mind. And of course the whole bunch of evidence that goes along with these people's claims and accusations, but we're just going to dismiss that too. We're going to call it anomalies, camera artifact anomalies. What is it? Pareidolia. We're going to call pareidolia. We're going to call it delusional. You're on drugs, you're drinking, you're not right, you got diabetes, so you're seeing shit. Stuff like that. That's what we're going to call it.
Mm-hmm.
Just like the whole vaccination thing that's going on right now.
Man,
so let me get behind this guy because
it's I don't know. Like
from what I'm hearing, the reptilians are what the ones that was in war, and because remember when the Anunnakis came here, their first slave race were the Igigis. They were human, and they rised up to say, we're not working for you anymore. This is why when they were rising up against the Anunnaki, the geneticists, which is Enki and Enlil's sister, came up and created the human. They said Enlil and Enki created the humans. It was their sister because she was a geneticist. This is why they call her the god of fertility. She was the one that spliced those DNAs and stuff like that.
That was what the Egyptians call. Is her name Ushan?
Ushan, yeah. Was this Ushan? No.
Ushaya.
Yeah. The god of fertility.
I think that's her name.
But yeah, that was one of the. There was her. She was the one that did all the splicing and stuff like that. Matter of fact, she was the one, if I'm not mistaken, carried the first human baby. But it came out and it passed away. And that one passed away. One passed away. It was a boy. It passed away. She had another boy, but he wouldn't do anything. They discard that one. I read the whole story about that. But they don't talk about that. They don't talk about Enki and Lilith, but they don't talk about the sister. Like they don't talk about Lilith, but they talk about Eve. They'll tell you Eve that they blew in the face, but they won't say nothing about Lilith.
We're not going there.
But yeah, it's believed that the world's ran by the
reptilians.
Mm-hmm. And I always had a question. So what if some of us are mixed with reptilian? You ever notice babies with green butts or green backs?
Uh-huh. You
ever notice that? And then as they get older, the green part of the body that was green turns to a darker brown or black because they're melanated people. So where does the green come from? When I looked it up, the doctors, according to medical doctors, they're saying that when the baby's inside the mother, they lay it a certain way, and it causes very poor blood circulation, something like that, and it causes the baby to turn green in that area when they're born.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay. But have we had anybody to test that? Because I can't find anything on the testing part. Because they also say in the same article that we have something like 3% reptilian DNA in our blood. This is where we get the scaly hands when it gets really wet and like a frog. You can actually cling to glass with those scaly hands. You put your hands in water for a long time, you get that prune look on your fingers.
Mm-hmm.
You put your hand against a glass. I guess you pull yourself up. It's the same type of pattern that a reptilian or amphibian will have. So, but we don't want to talk about that. We don't want people running around thinking that we're half draconian and half human, right?
Well, why do you think that is, though?
What? Why do you think about this?
They don't want us to know that we have some of these animal-like features.
So we won't know our true selves. Because they won't.
We
They
don't
don't
know
want
that
us.
anyway.
Yeah, they don't want us. They don't want us to know our true selves. They don't want us to know our capabilities, our lineage, our backgrounds. They don't want us to know anything. They just want it to be people who go to work 9 to 5, pay your taxes, get old, and die. That's it. That's what they want. Shut your mouth. Here, let's go to this institution called a school. What? That institution not enough? Let me tell you the college. Then I'm gonna charge you $100,000 to go to college, and you better pay it back.
Wow.
Oh, that's right. You're not gonna be able to find a job with the education you just got. Go work at McDonald's. Trying to pay back $100,000 student loan on useless information, and you don't know who you are. So you work the rest of your life paying off a loan, paying off this, paying off that, paying off that, working every day. You get old, develop a cancer, whatever. You die. That's it. You got the best life in your world. Freaking slaves. That's what we are. We slaves.
So you believe that even celebrities and all that stuff who have made it in the higher ups are slaves, or do you believe that they were people that were once here and just became famous all over again? Like
Brad Pitt when he had that multiple pictures of him in the military. His cage was he was some type of old.
Whatever you are saying, it is not trying to let you talk about it. Hello? So these are the type of things that I was talking about when I said that do you believe that these people are the same people and getting reincarnated? For instance, this is a picture of, I guess, what we would call Beyonce. We can look up another one. This would be President Obama reincarnated. They got Michelle Obama and what she may look like. So that's why I asked the question of, do you believe that these people are just the same people coming back and just being reincarnated and going back to who they once were? I think I can look up Jay-Z. Are they just being repopulated all over again because they know better than what we know? Here's Jay-Z. That's crazy. Michael Jackson. Just different people. Lookalikes. Eddie Murphy. Eminem. And they even have one of Donald Trump. Ellen DeGeneres. You'd be surprised this conspiracy thing that we have going on around here. Let me see if I can get Enlil back in again. He must have lost his signal. So what I'll do, you guys, is I'm going to sign out. This is far from over, but we will be back. And again, let me just.
You still there?
I'm still here.
Wow, you just don't know what I just went through. Like,
sure I said whatever it is that you're trying to tell us is not coming through. So while you were doing that, I was kind of showing. I don't know if you can see it. I'm gonna try it one more time. To show some pictures of what we were talking about when I asked about the reincarnation of people. This is Ellen DeGeneres right here. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Let me
Hold
see.
on.
There's a lot. Listen, here's Donald Trump.
It's not coming up on my end.
Jay-Z. Let me see. Can you see it now?
Nah.
Okay, see nothing.
I know what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about.
So now my internet is kind of running low. Haha, funny. So whatever it is that I'm trying to say.
I don't want us to say.
It is not to be touched.
It's crazy. Yeah, my phone went completely blank. Like blank. Like I could have just tossed it out the window. It wasn't more good. I had to turn it off. I had to restart it twice. And I'm in a very good. I got 5G and everything. It's just, and I had 5G, 4 bars, 5G. My phone just like, nope, not today.
I'm pretty sure we're telling some stuff that we're not supposed to be telling.
Exactly.
And we want people to just
don't want us.
You don't have to listen to us. Go research it for yourself. It is definitely out there. Like I said, the little bullcrap story that I told you, that's the type of stuff that they'll tell you. But if
exactly.
You'll find out more. Just like old boy that was doing the video. Yeah, he told some truths. He did that on purpose, mixed with some lies on purpose. But if you research, you'll find exactly what it is that you need to know.
Yeah. Kind of like Mr. MBB, you know, when he talked about his videos, you know, he'll say things like, look at this object, it has 90-degree angles. We all know that nature does not make 90-degree angles. We know that. You know, I don't care where you got in the world when it comes to nature, you're not going to find a 90-degree angle. You're not going to find man-made shapes and stuff that's made by us specifically, but cannot be made by nature. But he'll say, you know, this and that has a metallic to it, but I don't know what it is. You know,
Mhm.
yeah, you do, but I understand.
Mhm.
Exactly, and I understand.
Right.
And this
For
whole,
things like that, where your phone just got completely blank. I mean,
for me, still begs after
mhm.
all this years and trials and tribulation of keeping the
Here we go again.
UFO phenomenon a secret.
Mhm.
Why disclose it now?
I
Why
don't
not?
know,
That's the
I
thing
think,
because it
I
tells me
think
that
that the barrier is breaking down. We have we
yes,
have two things. People are waking up, and it's either a trend or you're actually going through something.
right,
Um, I will say, I'm just gonna say, me, the person who's just waking up, it's a roller coaster because you're raised a certain kind of way, you're taught a certain kind of way, you're trained to be a certain kind of way, and to go against all of your beliefs are scary.
hmm
To legitly do the work of healing, it hurts. To let go of your ego, which is your own protection, is very, very hard to do. But then you have these people, and call me conspiracy theorist if you want, whatever. But you have people out here that are making it a trend, making it something to do. And you know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
it's really a lot of work, and again, it's hard. The shadow work, the learning how to ground, the learning how to legitly be still. I'm still trying to figure that part out. I haven't been still since forever, maybe never. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So try to still yourself. I mean, it's a lot, and then to learn all of the stuff, it makes you mad. You know what I'm saying? It makes you sad. In the beginning, I went through a whole crying stage, and I couldn't even tell nobody why I was crying. Didn't even know why to the full extent, but like it's just
yeah,
it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. But we want to be telling you guys because there is something going on that it is breaking, and
yeah,
whoever is
definitely,
building, whoever has, like Jesus said, whoever will see, and whoever has ears will hear. Like, and that's just how it goes.
yeah,
Um, as far as this all of this stuff, like we was just talking the other day, like does today seem like a Friday to you? Absolutely
no,
not to me. Like,
no,
so it's just it's crazy. Hours are going faster and faster, days are going faster and faster, but it doesn't seem like
hmm
days at all. So
right. So I was talking to a friend of mine's earlier today, and she was telling me her kid's birthday is what's today's date? Today's the
it's
what
18.
17? 18? Okay, her kids were born on the 18th. She thought her kids were born on the 16th. Now this is a woman who had a set of twins.
Mm.
And I asked her, I said, how in God's name you had a set of twins on the 18th, but you keep telling everybody their birthday's on the 16th? What's wrong? She said, I feel and I can remember having my kids on the 16th. She said, but according to my kid's father and the doctor, when I talked to them about this, no, my kids were born on the 18th. She says, and I can't shake it. She said, every year for their birthday for the last 3 years, it's always been like that. She said she cannot shake it. So I started to go ahead.
It can be messed up. Like, I was 17,
Uh-huh.
a day before 18 when I had my firstborn.
Uh-huh.
But on his birth certificate, they say I was 14.
Huh.
They will not change.
Well, I mean, what do you remember? You remember you were 17, right?
I didn't. I was 17, the day
Yeah.
before my 18th birthday.
But they're saying you were 14.
No, exactly. And they won't
What
change
year
it.
was this? Was this the year? Was this the year?
2004.
Obviously, this wasn't the year of the Mandela effect, wasn't it?
No. Oh, this is when we all died. Yeah, we really did, you guys. I'm saying.
Isn't that weird?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that weird? Like, how can you expect? And then they have the audacity not to change it. Why?
Nope.
What law governs that to say that they're not going to change it?
I asked.
Like I know how old I was when I had my son, and you're telling me that no? Like, yeah, what's the game behind that?
I don't know.
Is he really your son? So he went on the planet. You went through a NK Ultra program.
Who knows?
Wow. There's stuff like that goes on in the world to everybody. It's very minute and small. You can dismiss it and move on with your life happily, but That's the key. It's like it's
Mhm.
funny, small way you don't notice it, but it plays a bigger part in the world, maybe the universe.
Yeah.
That little number from 14 to 17 plays a major part somewhere to somebody.
I was about to say
And-
maybe I was 14 in the last world, but in this
and
world,
maybe I mean, you know,
17.
wow.
That's all crazy. I mean, we can go through conspiracies all day, and a lot of them, I'm pretty sure we're liable to hit, like on the nose. But of
Yeah.
course, they tell us we don't know what we're talking about, and
Right. Just pay your taxes, go to work,
Mhm.
get old and die.
Cool.
That's it.
Because at the end of the day, we do know that we have to live in this society, and that is fine.
Right.
The only thing is, I want to be able to choose how I live. Now, there are certain things that I have to go through because I am here on earth. But some things I can just, make happen. Don't have
Yep.
to worry about it. And that is the part of being free. That is the difference with religion. Religion, we live in fear. With the hope of freedom, spirituality, you have no fear with freedom because you have the
Right.
freedom, the true freedom of what God gave us, which is choice.
Right.
So,
Right. Exactly. Which they don't want you to have anyway. They don't want you to have choice. They want you to listen and obey.
I do notice though that there's a lot more people than what they say that are not taking the vaccine. Also, I know we're not
Right.
talking about that, but I will let you guys know this. There is a lawsuit that they got for what? Is it worldly? I think I sent it to you.
Yeah, crime against humanity.
As far as that vaccine is, they're suing the WHO, which is the World Health Organization. Who else are they suing?
Right. Did you Google who is the most powerful doctor in the world?
I did. Right. Please. I want you guys to. And after you do that, go to his YouTube channel and listen to the imitation mosquitoes that he got out here now.
Mhm.
And also how he tells you that 10 years from now, the coronavirus will be extremely worse. How do you know that? But
Right.
he
Right.
is the most what kind of doctor in the world?
Most powerful doctor.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
We
I
just
call
want
him
you
part
to
of the Mad Men.
open your ears, open your hearts. Any information you want to give us, you can always go to Consistence in Leo. So that's CONSISTENCE in Leo at gmail.com. You can also hit us up on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram. Please like, comment, and subscribe. We want to hear from you. We want to hear what you have to say. You can always come join us live. We do have a phone number that I will put up for you guys next podcast so that you guys can join us in the conversation. Anything else you want to talk about in Lil today?
No, we gotta do a weekend thing, like one weekend, like a Saturday, we do a podcast, and have everybody call in on a weekend. Everybody's off work, everybody's chilling, and just do a podcast on the weekend. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, we can do that. We can do that. We just got to figure out, and we really want to know what you guys want to talk about.
Right.
If you're interested. We can talk about the Anunnaki some more. We can talk about, I know some people have problems with talking about aliens, so let's call them angels. We can talk about falling angels that's here in the world.
There you go.
I am getting to a point that I am about ready to talk about religion and Jesus and all of those things. So that will be coming soon. Like I said, any topics, any comments, anything that you guys want to talk about, crystals and sage and whatever it is, please let us know. Advertisers, please contact us so that we can start advertising you at Consistence in Lil at gmail.com. That is CONSISTENCE NENLIL at gmail.com. Anything else?
Nope. We good.
All right, you guys, thank you for joining us. Hopefully you'll talk to us. And that is our show for today. Have a good one.
All right. See ya.
All right, bye-bye.